don't want to miss the knockouts coming up.
First, it's the side slam by Brother Ray, then the big splash into the pin, but Steiner able to avoid the 3 count on both occasions. Also tonight, it's the return to the ring of the Icon Sting, and wait till you hear from Supermex, Big Hernandez, coming off that stunner, the victory over Samoa Joe on Impact, and we will talk to him about many subjects, including his background, his history here in TNA.
Well, impressive what he did last week to Samoa Joe. I mean, it was just something to watch, but I'm watching right now the chemistry as we see this new alliance. British Invasion, Main Event Mafia. Might be a little rough at first, but I think as they get going, they're going to get really insane.
And how about the fact that we're going to see Big Rob Terry in action? We've seen him as the insurance policy, the muscle man at ringside for Brutus Magnus and Doug Williams, who's on the receiving end of those shots from Brother Devon. And tonight we see him in-ring action in this 8-man tag.
Well, you can see now that Beer Money Incorporated and Team 3D kind of taking control of this matchup, but Doug Williams, that's what you got to do. You got to be resilient. You got to be able to take advantage of a situation. Look how he turned this thing around.
Well, all of a sudden we see the World Elite and the Main Event Mafia not only joining forces with that pack that was struck by Kurt Angle and Eric Young, but as you can see in this tag team match, World Elite, Main Event Mafia on the same side. Impactful move by Storm, right into the pin, and Doug Williams barely was able to get the shoulder up before 3.
I got to see Big Rob Terry in there. I mean, it's the curious factor. We're all wondering what he can do. I mean, the guy just looks so powerful. Need to get a tag. Nice move, though, by Storm.
Running neck breaker is the follow move, right into another pin attempt. And James Storm almost putting away World Elite British Invasion member Doug Williams, now with an assist from his Beer Money tag team partner Robert Roode. They hit the double team suplex.
Well, Williams in trouble here. He's got to get over. Here's a good opportunity for him right now while Beer Money's playing to the crowd.
Crowd at the Impact Zone fired up for Storm and Roode, and you asked for Big Rob Terry, and you got it. As soon as they turned around, he decks both Storm and Roode with the double clothesline.
That's a big old boy, Mike Tenay.
Look at this power. Takes Roode up with ease, plants him dead center in the middle of the ring, and you just saw Roode's back bow up from that powerful slam.
I mean, when you think about being in a ring with Brother Ray and Brother Devon of 3D and the size of Steiner and Booker T, not too many people can be that intimidating to look at, but Rob Terry is one of those guys.
In tight with that short arm clothesline, and Roode's going to try and get one of his tag team partners involved in this match. Big Rob continues the beat down. Don, you've been talking about this power display, intimidation factor when it comes to Big Rob Terry. And he takes him up to the shoulder, going to go for a running power slam, but instead, Roode able to slide down his back. Knife edge chop, kick to the back, and a series of offensive moves before Terry goes back to the power game, puts on the brakes, but then walks right into the boot.
Showing his inexperience a little bit there. Robert Roode making him pay. What a shot.
Snaps the neck off the middle rope. Referee down for the pin, and immediately here comes Steiner and Williams in for the save. And man, all hell just broke loose now. All 8 men in this 8-man tag involved in the match.
I'll tell you, this thing's broken down. There's no way the crowd can hold this. As you see bodies starting to fly. Nice shot on the head there by Brother Ray. Doug Williams trying to look for a partner, but I don't think there's one there to hit.
Brother Ray with the slam. Brother Devon heads to the top. It's what's up time at the Impact Zone. Here comes Devon. That's a long way to go. Right on target.
He covered the distance, and you can see Williams in pain. Team 3D wanting to finish this thing up. Brutus Magnus looking on.
Everybody roars for the tables. Team 3D with the trademark, and you know that, well, wait a minute. Eric Young, Sheik Abdul-Bashir, Kiyoshi, well, they're a part of World Elite, but we don't need them out here for this match.
Just a little moral support. That's what being a family's all about.
Yeah, a little immoral support is what this is all about.
Well, you can see that it's worked. Wait a minute. Here, what now? This is where you don't need.
This is what we need.
And the Guns have already wrestled.
Yeah.
They need to be out here.
Shelley and Sabin fired up from the post-match attack, and they're out here as well.
Man, this thing has just gotten crazy in a hurry. Folks will try to call the action and follow it as there's bodies flying all over the place.
Daniels coming coming out to join in this brawl. There goes, wait a minute.
Here comes Big Sexy.
Kevin Nash striding down the ramp.
A little law and order here, Mike.
Kevin Nash with a shot to the head for Chris Sabin right in front of the broadcast table here. Look out, here comes Mick Foley from the back. Mick Foley and Kevin Nash, and I thought all hell broke loose earlier.
Man, this is unreal. We heard of
Kurt
it.
Angle.
This is the cleansing, and oh man, Kurt Angle in the grass.
Fighting at the back of the Impact. The Icon Sting coming down the ramp, followed by Samoa Joe.
Well, Samoa Joe, thankfully, is coming out here as the numbers are starting to turn. But man, this is just nuts. Right here in front of the table.
Bobby Lashley squaring off with Samoa Joe. This thing's turned into a riot.
Wow, right here by a whoa. Bodies are everywhere. This is unbelievable.
Look how physical this is between Samoa Joe and Bobby Lashley.
I'll tell you what, fire this referee. He lost control of the whole thing.
TNA security head Mike Davis trying to come out here and stop this. Good luck, pal.
Tracy Brooks comes in and helps out. Unbelievable. What we got there? Security taking out who was that?
Bobby Lashley and Samoa Joe. They fought right by the table. Wait a
Here we
minute.
are.
Big Rob with the pin on Robert Roode because of Tracy's interference.
Booker T. Scott Steiner and the British Invasion.
What concentration by those guys. You got to be impressed. As you can see, all the melee that came out, these guys kept their eye on the prize and were able to get the victory. And what a night for Big Rob Terry. Wow, that was unlike anything I've ever seen, Mike. That was a brawl, man.
Well, the pairing of the main event Mafia and World Elite comes to fruition. They get the win in the 8-man tag. We're not done yet. James Storm back in. And yeah, they're fighting all over the Impact Zone.
I mean, this is just unbelievable. Nobody's paying attention to anything. This is a war. We heard about the cleansing. Well, it's going on. It's
Daniels, look at this. Daniels and Eric Young right in front of us.
Unbelievable. You can't follow the action. We got to settle this down.
Both locker rooms have emptied. This is a riot. This is out of control. There's a riot in the Impact Zone. I thought they had order restored, and there goes Angle for Foley, and it's broken out again.
This is unlike anything I've ever seen. Look at this, Mike. You see Kurt and Sting and Mick Foley, and they're still fighting. They're headed outside. Security trying to...
It's Kevin Nash, Mick Foley, Sting, and Kurt Angle going outside of the Impact Zone.
And the brawl's still going on here. Folks, we'll try to keep an eye on our monitors and try to tell you what's happening outside. And the action's still going nuts in here.
And while we try to get a TNA camera outside, I'm informed that we're going to pick up the feed from the security camera.
You can see security not able to do anything, and it looks like Doug Williams just crawled out as the brawl is... Here we go! You can see now that Kurt Angle's in a bad spot as he's being double-teamed by Sting and Mick Foley, and I believe Nash is laid out underneath there. Look at that! That's Nash in that pile of crap! Look at that!
And Sting has positioned. He set up a table, and he just throws Angle right into the table.
Somebody stop this! You just don't treat your world champion this way!
Oh, and there's the reversal, and there goes Sting right into the table, courtesy of Angle.
Sting went to the well one time too many. Now Angle's got control and just beating him down. And
fights are breaking out all over inside the Impact Zone. Outside, we've got another camera on the scene. Did you see that shot to the head of Booker T?
Well, you can see people from the park are lining up trying to watch this brawl. Hope nobody gets hurt, Mike.
Oh, you're right. It's attracted the attention of people from the theme park at Universal Studios as they're watching this moment to see what Sting just did.
I mean, he's just like an animal throwing garbage cans. And this is what's going on in front of us. The fight is still active here inside the Impact Zone as well. We don't have enough security.
Motor City Machine Guns and Daniels taking it to Kiyoshi.
Well, this is the most active we've seen the Guns here in quite a few weeks as Daniels feels like he's getting him a little bit of revenge. Here comes the BME.
Wait a minute, Don. Another brawl as Daniels hits the BME. Another brawl's broken up in the locker room.
You can see Samoa Joe. They're trying to hold him back. And that's Bobby Lashley. Oh, man, think about these two guys. They're trying to tear each other apart. hard.
And we go back outside the impact zone. Security on the scene. Who's behind that? That's Booker T behind the table. What a shot by Nash. Right in the face of Mick Foley.
It looked like it's like one of those garment hangers as he just drove it into Mick Foley. And